The last thing that we're going to do with proportions for this lesson is using sum for word problems. And so this first problem says if you put an object that weighs 8 grams on a balance scale, then you would have to put about 20 paper clips on the other side to balance the weight. How many paper clips would balance the weight of a 10-gram object? So we know what an 8-gram object would need, but we need to know how many paper clips would balance the weight of a 10-gram. So the first thing that we're going to do is define the variable. Remember that the variable is the unknown. It's what we don't know. How many paper clips? So I'm going to use a P to represent paper clips. Write a word fraction. We know that 8 grams can be over 20 paper clips. Again, 8 grams is over 20 paper clips. Remember that ratios or rates are two different values, grams and paper clips, so it's important that we use our words. And then 10 grams is the new object over P paper clips. That's what we don't know. So now, to write a proportion without the words, we would put 8 over 20 equals 10 over P. A proportion, remember that a proportion is an equation, so it must have an equal sign, and we do. So we're good there. And then we're going to solve for the variable using cross products. So in this case, 8 times P equals 20 times 10, which is 200. The inverse of multiplying by 8 is dividing by 8, so I divide both sides by 8. If you need your calculator, don't hesitate to pull it out. 200 divided by 8. P is equal to 25. Don't forget that we're talking about word problems here, so we should have a label on our answer. P is equal to paper clips, so we're talking about 25 paper clips. At the end of these word problems, I always think it's a good thing, too, to double check and make sure that our answer makes sense. Come back to the original problem, 8 grams on a balance scale was 20 paper clips. So 10 grams is a little bit more, but not a ton more. 25 is a little bit more than 20, so my answer in my head seems reasonable and makes sense. If this said like 250 paper clips, I would be curious to see how that really played out and make sure that my answer makes sense. Or again, if the number got smaller, maybe you got 2.5 and you were off by a decimal, you know that 2.5 wouldn't make any sense because 10 grams is more than 8, so it's got to be more than 20 paper clips. So just always make sure that you go back and ask yourself if your answer makes sense when you